Eduardo?
Yes.
But she has had no warning. So I'd also like to call up Athelina Gray and Viscountess Yohara.
Oh my goodness.
Lay down. Lay down. Thank you.
Oh, he was napping. So sorry.
Sit.
Athelina Gray.
Anybody?
We will catch up with her later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Majesty.
There were two.
Does anyone have any dad jokes?
Why was the night sword made out of cheese?
Because it was extra sharp.
Roman soldier walks into a bar and says, "I would like 5 beers."
I am so proud. I just came up with this one today. It's not even original.
Uh-oh. I'm holding on.
What does a druidic turntable sound like? Wicka, wicka, wicka.
Do a different one. Something else.
Why?
Your Majesty, why don't you give Elsa a balloon? She'll let it go.
Sorry, Your Majesty. Oh God, there's another one.
An Tir went down to beat up Haid in the west. And Haid being a little bit smaller at the time, they sent 50 knights for 50 squires. And the west was like, whatever, we'll double that. So they sent 100 knights with 100 squires each. Well, the crafty people of An Tir, they sent down 1 knight with 1 squire. Well, the squire's looking at the knight, well, hey, boss, what do we do with our gear? She's like, take that rope, put it in the kettle, tie it to the tree. When they went out the next day, the 2 Ontarians murdered every Westie and every knight. Now, why did they do that? Because the sum of the squires from side A plus the sum of the squires from side B is equal to the sum of the squire with the high pot and the noose.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. You don't have to take ownership.
What? Say it
into corn.
The Kingdom of An Tir needed a permanent memorial representing our sorrow for those who have passed away in the previous years. The Companions of the Rose and the Companions of Valorous Estate proposed using a riderless horse to represent those who have died, both as a dignified way of marking their passing and to provide a ceremony that will be instantly and universally understood by those who witness it. Today we bring before you the Riderless Horse Memorial, which will be a constantly evolving piece of An Tir history, which is stewarded by the Companions of the Rose and the Companions of the Valorous Estate. The caparison has been fashioned from retired pieces of kingdom regalia and will continue to be added to by members of these orders. It is right and fitting that members of the populace of An Tir who pass on be remembered and recognized for their presence and contributions to the Sable Kingdom. As the names are read, we will ask that there be no applause during or after their ceremony. Therefore, do we, Queen Ashaksi, remember the following people. Abu, Aleko of Vulcanfelt, Alwyn of Glenamornwill, Alice Megan Catwin, Anna the Lost, Anne of Cardiff, Anne Rose Smith, Anthony of Salazar, Antonia Crivelli, Bryant Aaron, Arnora Elwald, Berengaria de Montfort of Carcassonne, Brian Spathis, Bridget Inyan Mactir Rua, Cassandra de Kincaid, Cathal Sean O'Conlon, Colleen Elizabeth Ducasse, Cornelius Oakson,
Dagmar Fredericksdottir, Dar von Leo, David of the Lane, Draghi Kathagitis, Morimoto Koryu, Edmund Graham Sargent, Edward Zifran of Genby, Eleonora of Carrig Howe, Eleanor de Sackville, Elizabeth of Windhaven, Emery Lioncourt, Emil of Dragon's Lair, Phelan Macfithel, Ferris of Madrone, Francis Flood, Geraldine of Toad Hall, Greta of Dragon's Lair, Grimner Skolson, Gunnar Hammondurson, James of Samburine, Hagar McAndrew, Joe Nell of Timberhaven, Joseph Walter McFadden, Jotin Johnson, Juliana de Beaumont, Kayleen of Glastonbury, Olin of Lywell,
Lauren of Rosewood, Leola, Lee Forster of Aquaterra, Mad Malcolm and Katiana of Dragon's Lair, Magdalena Castillo de Guzman, Malcolm Radcliffe of Nottingham, Marcia of Yarrow Moat, Marcus Rene Sebastian Dubois, Matthias Gerson, Maximus Danis Artemis of Halvendon, Mehitabel Pattern of Timberhaven, Melissa Kendall, Merwin the Meek, Mor Ron Inian Kennedy, Moran, Oric of the Black Forest, Petronella Lockhart, Rafaela Dalantejo, Reina O'Relahy,
Rendell Kraus, Red Molly the Black, Robin Adams, Rose Darmond, Rosamond of the Misty Meadows, Salia Clare, Skull of Dragon's Lair, Sophia Francesca Bruno, Sonja Dubois, Stefano Diarmane,
Tanis of Lavanor, Thorkel Fitzrothgar, Theory Eriksdotter, Thurgood of the Mists, Titus Antonius Thurinus, Ulrich Grimwolf,
Violante de Rosa, Volodar Ivanovich, Wade of Many Places, Wilhelm von Westphalen, William de Drayden, William of Williams Keep, Zenobia de Navarre,
Their Majesties thank the ladies of the Rose and bid the populace be seated.
That was a lot of names. It's been a while. It's a lot of people that we love. And the best way to honor them is to continue to play this game that we love and to take joy in it. And with that, we will go ahead and start court. Their Highnesses to rehab business.
Thank you, Your Majesty. We would beg a boon.
We experience great sorrow together with the loss of our people, but together as a community, we experience great joy, and we would take a moment to celebrate that if you would let us.
At the start of our reign, which was 1 week ago, we were given the opportunity to create a new award in Tir. And that award is given to those who, by their very essence, bring as much joy, light, and love to us all. We had a herald. We're looking for Stamp. Stamp! Where is he? He's right here. He's mildly important. We'll just start.
Just catch up.
And he'll catch up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's the glory of the small things that radiate joy. In this magical kingdom, one who can breathe the fire of delight into the hearts of those they meet, one who lives in a state of joy that is contagious to all. These are the people to be revered and treasured. As we, Prince Saif and Princess Alessandra of Tir, do hold in the highest regard, Scamp. We offer this small token in reverence of the impact you have had upon the people of Tir. Therefore, we induct you into the Order of the Silver Heron. Our scribes are working diligently on providing a scroll worthy of this honor, and we have a promissory for him until that time. All the scrolls made for this new order are original from across the known world.
Three cheers for the absent Felix. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Their Majesties call Nikolai Grendel Gornich into their court.
Oh, don't do no out.
Here.
All right, what did I do wrong this time?
Oh, well, we would like you to hear the words of our
Optimasaurus, dread lion on Tir, and Ashoxi, clever lioness on Tir, are guided by the immortal words of Master Frederick Rogers of the Red Sweater. Look for the helpers. It is the helpers who toil in the shadows of the lion throne and are the foundation of mighty An Tir. Through selfless toil and labors of love, the foundation of the kingdom becomes stronger, and when one lovingly acts as helper in service to the kingdom for 20 years or more, we are minded to recognize their devotion. We declare that Nikolai Grendel Gornich is undisputedly a helper, and in recognition of their decades of service, we gift unto them the honor of the lion's strength.
He's wearing his Vulcan
Shall I give this to
costume
your
right now.
lady?
Let's please give that to my
Okay.
lady before I start anything. Not keep something.
Thank you for all your blood.
For Master Grendel, a joyous noise.
Oh, my lady. She's right there.
She's right there.
She's ready to receive.
So it's not dirty. Yep. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, pretty lady. Oh, pretty lady. Their Majesties bid our Nora Grimsdaughter to approach the sable throne.
Hello. Thank you for joining us in our court.
I understand. Okay.
Thank you. All of the service. This woman has done charters and scrolls at all levels. She is amazing, and we would like her to hear our words.
Mighty is the voice of the sable lion. Heed our words. We, Optimasatus and Ashoxi, undoubted sovereigns of An Tir, have observed the contributions to the scribal arts of our realm by our Nora Grimsdaughter. The sharing of knowledge and the enrichment of our realm by works of artistry pleases us. Therefore, to honor the excellence and recognize the service to the kingdom, we present them with a sable scrivener. Go forth with our esteem and gratitude. Done by hand and seal, September 3rd, Etos tis koinainas 57. For the sable scrivener, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Hip hip. Huzzah! Marcus Cedricson, approach the thrones of the sable lions.
Probably busy serving somewhere.
He can be retrieved.
That would be cool. We can.
Angela Della Mora, come before their majesties.
Angela!
Hi, Angela. From the moment that we stepped into this role, you have been toiling in your kitchen to feed and nurture us with your food. And not just us, but pretty much our entire retinue and our family. And I thank you for that. It is invaluable service. And so I would like you to give you the first of my forget-me-nots.
Oh, I'm crying. You start crying. I'll start crying.
In the days when Malin ruled as princess with Galanus by her side, she wished to commend those who had been of special service to the coronet. It was she who established the award of the Forget-Me-Not to be given by the princesses of An Tir at their pleasure. Likewise did Morag, the first queen of An Tir, determine that service to the sovereign was worthy of honor, and chose to continue to present the Forget-Me-Not to those who had distinguished themselves in service. To this day, personal service to the sovereign of An Tir has been recognized by the bestowal of the Forget-Me-Not, and today Queen Ashoxi is pleased to gift this beloved memento unto Angela Rosa Della Mora. A joyous noise. Una Disa daughter, please enter their noble majesty's presence.
I have fun? Maybe. I'm not sure yet.
It is not easy being a child of royalty, and I know that you do a lot of work behind the scenes. So
Your word fame has reached us, and we would like you to hear these words.
Let it be known that we, King Octomasaurus and Queen Ashoxi, have observed the good works and labors of the subjects of this, our kingdom of An Tir. Diligence, ability, and generosity are the qualities of our subject Una Disa daughter. So noting this, do we bestow unto them an award of arms. Additionally, do we commend them to seek out so that their mark may join the other nobles of An Tir by our hand this September 3rd, Etos tis Kinonias 57.
Thank you so much. Keep up the good work.
It's okay, got you.
We look forward to seeing you up there again sometime.
For the newest lady of An Tir, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Their Majesty commands the presence of Zanetta Zavata.
Oh, so sad.
We will schedule that for another time.
His,
It's live streaming, so.
his Hob de Coigneurs. If you are present, come forward before your undoubted sovereigns.
Sure, that works. Greetings, Your Excellencies.
It has come to our attention that word fame has reached us about Hob and his rapier and serving as champion and all that he does. And we would like to bestow on him.
Be it known from forest to steppe that we, Octomasaurus An Tir and Ashoxi An Tir, sovereigns of the land, have found the deeds of service by our subject Hob de Coigneurs to be of merit. Accordingly, we present unto them this award of arms. We command them to seek out suitable and unique heraldry as a remembrance of this day, done this 3rd of September, Etos tis Kinonias 57.
A joyous noise.
A joyous noise! Ranver Goxon, please approach the crowns of An Tir.
Is there anyone that knows this person?
A representative for Ranver Goxon of Blothanor.
Kitchen guy.
Oh.
I had to check. I was all the way in the back because it's not lining up for ice.
Oh, might he be in that
Well, it's come to our attention that Ranver is known as the kitchen guy because he's always in the kitchen helping. He's also helped with largesse for his barony. And we would like to give him this award.
Attend now the words of Octomasaurus An Tir and Ashoxi An Tir. Let all know that Ranver Goxon has, through great service to our people, pleased us and deserves our recognition. Thus do we admit them to the right noble order of the Gut de Song. In token of our gratitude, we give the grant of arms, done by our hand and seal, September 3rd, Etos tis Canonias 57.
Your Majesties, see now the ceremonial party approach. Their horses unfurl a dust cloud. Drummers march by, beating loud. Aces' deeds have done land and sea proud. Let no cloud cast a tall shadow on the gleaming light of this moon, whose fullness must never grow dim. From earth to sky, ice's glimmer shines. When the great Caliph took offense and Frenchman was imprisoned, a bouquet of red roses, a sage's parley, Isa bloom, and Gurdon was freed. From prisoners' hearts solitary cell, where glitter drove out the darkness, as it has for 9 crowns of An Tir. At your bidding, she comes now to your court.
Great Sultan and Sultana An Tir. A new moon, Elise, rises in the skies. Winter and summer become spring. All days are holidays with her by your side. I would make the holy pilgrimage, if needed, 100 times, but if you ask me. Elise's mind holds treasures gold, and her visit to her heart is the best of all.
Humankind is an ocean. Lovers must plunge into that sea. Your lady wife is a fond gem. Your tongue bound to your heart proclaims.
But the sages too should depths dive, as our witnesses have been our eyes, to bring out the best jewelry, to grace palace courts with finesse.
We turn to the wise pelicans to find pearls in depths again. These service jewelers would know how valuable those pearls might be.
Come now before us, companions of the pelican, and tell of Elise's worth.
I'm one of the speakers.
Your Excellency, Elspeth, do you have words from this candidate?
Oh, Dame Bridget does.
On behalf of.
Elise, my friend, I am so happy that this day has arrived. Your service to An Tir over the many years has been constant. Yours has been a quiet, faithful service that supports others, service that has allowed your friends, your husband, and the populace that was in your care to shine. Always you were there behind their great deeds, qualities, efficiently working in jobs often unglamorous and unseen. A constant smiling presence and touchstone for so many of us. This is the type of service that inspires me the most. Service born of love for others and for our kingdom. Thank you, Your Majesties, for recognizing this remarkable woman and adding her to the order. We are lucky to have her join us. Bridget Ross, Lion of An Tir.
Your Majesty,
With your leave. The SCA says that members of this order have shown themselves as the glue that binds the SCA together. I can't talk. This is so true of this lovely lady. Many of the royalty of this kingdom have had their courts run smoothly because of her efforts, and many of us know this. She served me on one of my reigns, well, the last one, in fact, and she was amazing. And I was so happy to make a new friend when she came to serve us. I know she will continue to serve and teach and make this kingdom richer for it. She has taught many others her skills, which has helped enrich our kingdom. What comes to mind when I think of her: incredibly organized, grace under fire, calm in the eye of the storm. She's kind, honest, trustworthy, and fun. And she also keeps Garnet in check when she can.
Which is no small task.
Yes, exactly. It needed to be mentioned. I feel that she is already my peer in this order, and Your Majesties, I thank you for giving her this recognition.
So, my dear, today I have the honor to speak on your service and what you have done. You started in the SCA with your service and your path in 1980 in Aidenville. You've worked on several retinues, several different jobs within those retinues. You've been Baroness, you've been so many different things that we are so glad that you are finally able to join us. Some of the things that she's done on her path to service was to create a Blue Cross initiative for with the RV campers for people that got too hot and overwhelmed and actually needed a place to get away and just recoup and relax. And of course, as noted earlier by Her Grace, you started doing retinues. You became a court coordinator. She is actually the only one that I am aware of within the kingdom that has been a court coordinator for 4 reigns in a row. She has gone above and beyond. She has, have we said organizational skills? You have just a tad bit of organizational skills. You make it look very, very easy. You have adapted to any changes as well as anybody could. You get things thrown at you at the last minute. You adapt, you overcome, you take it on. You have an amazing team that you've always had with you during these times, that they all look up to you. And while you were still being court coordinator, you were actually training them at the same time to help you out with the positions and things that they didn't know. You were known by many of the royals here in An Tir as an essential core member of any retinue, and that people would be handicapped without your help. You were always prepared and ready for anything. There were times when you were taking on a new reign and you weren't sure what was expected, and you would actually prep things to where their majesties would go, oh yes, that is the way I'd like to see it. And they just weren't expecting it. You hit the ground running. You were always professional. You actually started one of the things to actually prep the next reign's court coordinators and their retinue, which not everybody has done from reign to reign. And overall, if something needed to be done, you were the person that we could always go to. You would get it done, you'd get it done timely, you'd get it developed, you would do what needed to be done. And this was always a significant amount of time that took you away from others. And Vernon, we would like to thank you because I know behind the scenes you supported her through this whole entire journey, and it did take away from time. It is all her, but you helped too, and we love you.
I drink this wine of words sip by sip, imbibing these kind sentiments. Day and night care for kingdom. And love of found kin holds my heart.
Enlightenment means full grasp of worth. Knowledge means to know thyself, head, heart, soul, believing your abilities and strengths.
Do you, Isa, organizer of ceremonies and largesse, accept this glowing assessment? And with it, our honor due to you.
Oh, mighty lions of An Tir. I am the one of the helping hand. I am the one of the helping hand. And you shall crown and throne. I know before you go. Praise.
We have heard these words and know this
candidate well.
Candidate well.
Oh, I thought you were looking at me.
We add that you are our peer and you belong in this circle. And we are very excited to be recognized.
Isa, are you sworn in fealty to another?
Alessio has been absent a long time, but I hope you also know that my husband is you all. And hearing about all the people that you have trained and taught and guided, it makes me know that you are a greater mentor than I. I'm so happy I am able to be here today, see the joy on your face, the gold ring on Graham's face. And also the joy on the face of everyone gathered around you. We can't wait to welcome you into the fold. And despite my absence, I was still I can't tell you how happy it always made my heart when you called me Mama Bird. But now it's time for me to release you so that you can spread your beautiful wings and fly.
Is there a medallion? Is there a lineage to this medallion?
6 years ago, in a couple of months, I was gifted what I call the Pelican Medallion of Life. It originally belonged to Baroness Rowan, first Baroness of Baltimore, and then to Baron Rawle, Emeritus Sergeant of Baltimore, then to Master Peter, then to me. And standing here where you are now, I knew that I would not give this to anyone. The glass beads are the original, like antique glass beads are the original from the necklace. The lampwork beads were made by Baroness Sophia, who we lost last year. And you probably recognize the candy corn. And it's a long story, but I put it at the end so you would always know.
take for our
There's a second one.
So sorry.
There's a second medallion.
Okay.
Something old, something new.
Let's do the words with the second medallion. Please come forward.
Brand new. There is no history.
This is brand new. There is no history.
This is made specifically for you.
This is made specifically for her.
It has a Persian border.
It has a Persian border from the 13th century. The beads were made by Ionimus specifically for ice. Take from my hands this medallion so that all may know of our esteem.
Is there a cap of maintenance?
So you have always inspired me to create, and who doesn't need more bling? What does a Persian princess?
Oh my gosh.
Instead of ermine, I thought you needed kitty prince. And then pelicans made by my hand.
Wear this cap as a token of your nobility. We command that all recognize on this day, Isa has been added to the rolls of the Order of the Pelican.
Would you now swear fealty to the crown as a member of the Pelican Order? Upon which symbol of state would you swear fealty?
Now you're fealty oath.
No flowery words do I offer, but rather I speak from my heart. I swear to work diligently, to be a true and faithful peer of An Tir, and pledge to be a constant servant of the Lion Thrones.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of An Tir.
So say we, Akhenasadeh, King An Tir.
So say we, Ashaxi, Queen An Tir.
By which name do you wish to be called?
Is there a scroll to commemorate this day?
Oh, wow.
Your Majesties, Her Excellency, Mistress Cara is the scribe and the artist. Her friends have gathered funds together to have this framed and to commemorate this day.
Hold on. Mistress Isa, by what sword would you make your vows? Place your hands upon ours and this sword.
Here do I vow on this sword, from this day forward, to bring honor to my king, queen, kingdom, and countrymen, to do my best to exemplify the ideals of this grand society through my words and deeds, to nurture the progress of others and strive to gently cultivate a better understanding of these medieval times. So
Good right now. Word. Mistress Isa, I dub thee thrice Pelican of An Tir.
Don't forget about the party!
For the newest Pelican, 3 cheers, hip hip!
Huzzah!
Hip, hip,
Huzzah!
hip, hip.
Huzzah!
yeah, I know.
Rosalind McAllister, the crown seeks the pleasure of your presence.
Thought I was doing a thing.
Because you're always doing a thing.
Hello.
Rosalind, do you want to
Have a seat.
hang out here?
Chill with us.
From the moment that he won crown and put me on the throne, you jumped into service, sewing for me. You have been our stand-in scribe, as is demonstrated by the ink in your eyebrow and on your hands. I would like to give you a forget-me-not today.
In the days when Malin ruled as princess with Scalanus by her side, she wished to commend those who had been of special service to the coronet. It was she who established the award of the Forget-Me-Not to be given by the princesses of An Tir at their pleasure. Likewise did Morag, the first queen of An Tir, determine that service to the sovereign was worthy of honor and chose to continue to present the Forget-Me-Not to those who had distinguished themselves in service. To this day, personal service to the sovereign of An Tir has been recognized by the bestowal of the Forget-Me-Not, and today Queen Ashoxi is pleased to gift this beloved memento unto Rosalind McAllister.
Thank you.
We are not done with you.
Oh.
I also watched you start to make necklaces during my sister's reign, and you continued that during our reign. You handmade us beads, and so for that, we would like to give you a bountiful hand.
Through works of genius and generosity, has Rosalind McAllister exemplified the virtues symbolized by the bountiful hand. Their magnificent majesties wish to recognize Rosalind McAllister, whose craftsmanship exemplifies the artistry that magnifies the word fame of the Sable Lions and reflects the pride of our realm. With this award given this day in September, AS 57.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're all good.
For Rosalind McAllister, a joyous noise. Dagmar Invasa, approach the sable throne.
My Duchess. You do not have food in your teeth. During the pandemic, you and I embarked on a little interview show called Grace Under Pressure. And it was my absolute joy to be your person behind the scenes, helping you bring some levity and some joy to the known world during the pandemic. And for this, we would like to recognize you today with an Alimentum Vitae.
Heed the words of the crown. In times of isolation, it is through diverse and creative efforts in the ethereal realm that An Tir thrives and its community is nurtured. In appreciation for the light that you have provided in dark times, Optimisatis An Tir and Ashoxi An Tir do now award Dagmar Infasa the honor of the Alimentum Vitae, done by our royal hand and great seal, September 3rd, Itos tis Kinonias 57. For her grace under pressure, 3 cheers. Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Hip hip.
Huzzah!
Yohara, would you come forward, please? Good man.
No.
No, you're not.
Hello again.
Hello. Thank you for joining us in our court. For some amazing work.
Long have I admired your glasswork. Your bead making is beyond compare. And it would be our extreme pleasure to offer you admittance into the Order of the Laurel today. Would the Laurels please come forward? Laurels gathered, is it your desire to put this person on vigil? Or
Yes.
we would like you to take vigil until 2 weeks. Do you accept this, Colonel?
Please make yourself ready.
Stuff on your glasses. Contemplate. The noise, noise. Hi, Laurel. Before you leave, there's another poll in our membership. Yes, Your Majesty. Would somebody like to tell me who's doing that? Thank you.
Sibylla de Warren, approach their majesty.
And we would like to place you on vigil for it. I understand that have criteria, and so we would like to discuss that with you after this event, along with our heirs, and see when is a suitable time for you.
So I'll
Their Majesties now call upon those of the populace who wish to swear fealty and pledge their support and allegiance to the Crown of An Tir. Please approach.
They slay me, please.
Not in
Honored. Thank you.
All right.
Do you, the people of An Tir, affirm that Octomasadas and Ashoxi are the true and rightful Lord and Lady of this realm, and that you will support and defend them in your hearts and in your homes, and that you will obey their lawful commands in all matters that concern this realm, so long as their majesties remain sovereigns of An Tir?
We, for our part,
We swear that we
shall do all in our power to protect and defend these,
our subjects,
to rule them justly,
so long as we remain sovereigns of An Tir.
So say we, Octomasadas, King An Tir.
And so say we, Ashoxi, Queen An Tir. Thank you all.
You did fine.
My teacher givers. Well, I had a good knee brace, and then my flat tire.
Arnulf the Red, come forth and approach the throne. Arnold the Red of Colorport.
Thank you so much.
We meet again.
The word fame of Arnulf has come to us as he is a volunteer. He steps in where the need is and does his best to serve. And that is no small thing. And we would like him to hear the words of our herald through your excellency.
We, Octomasaurus and Ashoxi, King and Queen of An Tir, having noted the word fame of our subject Arnulf the Red, do distinguish them with an award of arms. In token of our esteem for the glory they have brought to our realm, we command them to seek out suitable and unique heraldry to bear with honor by our hand this September the 3rd, Etos tis Kinonias 57.
Thank you, Lord Arnulf.
A joyous noise. Their Majesties now bid Jacques Louis de Normandy appear before them.
You done did it now.
Well, you and I have already talked several times today. For any of you that enjoyed the pageantry we had with the banners today, this man's hands helped to bring a vision to life. And it made me, we want some. It made me very happy and thank you. Among this, he's the man behind the online presence that we get so that folks that can't be here can still join in and get to have the magic happen. And that means a lot. And,
After a long hiatus, you came back and you dived right back in. And we want to recognize you for your service.
Moved are we by the noble actions of our people. Let the royal names of mighty King Octomasaurus and radiant Queen Ashoxi, rightful sovereigns of the land, leave their mark. For service to crown and kingdom, we take upon ourselves our prerogative and grant fellowship in the right noble order of the Goutte de Sang. September 3rd, Etos tis Kinonias 57.
We also recognized him with a bountiful hand earlier during the tournament in private.
Three cheers! Hip, hip, huzzah! 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 The sable lion and lioness request the presence of their subject, Alicia Dubois.
We've been trying to catch up with you for a bit. You have also been a person who, during the pandemic, took a lot on and enabled others to experience the SCA when we were not all able to gather. You have also been incredibly patient with my requests and my questions, and I appreciate that more than I can say.
Heed the words of the crown. In times of isolation, it is through diverse and creative arts in the ethereal realm that An Tir thrives and its community is nurtured. In appreciation for the light that you have provided in dark times, Octomasaurus An Tir and Ashoxi An Tir do now award Alicia Dubois the honor of the Alimentum Vitae, done by our royal hand and great seal, September 3rd, Etos Kinonias 57.
Thank you so much.
For Alicia Dubois, a joyous noise. Their Majesties call forth Sven Folge Gunnarsson and Rivken Iverska Staradottir.
Sorry, my pouches.
And who?
Rifkin.
Rifkin! You.
Only Rifkin I know. Or maybe we should have said Rifkilla. Such an enabler he is. You never owe me an apology. Never, ever? No, neither of you. Sorry.
Do as you wish. Hello there. My sister. My champion. The two of you represent to me all that is good and honest in the STA. Your passion for this game and the dedication that you have shown over the last, well, 3 years for you. And, well, okay, that's really a lifetime of service. We would like to recognize both of you with a grace.
When Shea ruled as queen, she determined that as the apple blossom becomes fruit to enrich and sustain, so too do those of our populace who indeed display grace, courtesy, and chivalry above and beyond that which is expected, and so deserve recognition. Thus does Her Royal Majesty Ashaksi hereby recognize Sven Folge Gunnarsson and Rivken Iverska Staradottir with the grace of An Tir for leading by example, and in doing so, promoting those ideals dear to her. Done with the concurrence of Octomasatis of An Tir, by hand and seal, September the 3rd, Anna Societatis 57. For the new graces, a joyous noise.
We would also like to recognize you with a bountiful hand for all of the work that you've done, sewing for me, making bags, doing, what's it called? All that internet stuff. Live streaming. We would like to recognize you with a bountiful hand. Oh, thank you. Kalsha, would you come up here? Help. Oh. All right. Kalsha and I also plotted today to get you a replacement medallion and necklace for your pelican. Did you make these? Yes.
Oh my God! Did you make them in the last week?
No. There's a story, but we're not going to get into it.
After I gave you my pelican necklace upon your section order pelican, I made myself another one. And you passed this on to your sister, and it was my intention to make you another pelican of my work because it does me an incredible honor. This person of your caliber wears my art. And so I took the pelican necklace. I took your pelican necklace. I talked to Jackie, and I took the pelican necklace, and I made this. I made this for you. It's her. So it's her pelican medallion, and it is my piece and some other pieces from some other association. But we're also. Oh my God! Yes.
We have replaced Her Excellency's pelican necklace.
For the Countess, a joyous noise. Elizabeth Fitzwilliam of Carlisle, please come before their majesties.
Elizabeth, you have been so generous and giving of the talents of your hands and your mind during the last 2 reigns. You created a gorgeous county scroll for Rifkin at my request. You've made special bags. You've made so many hankies I've lost count. And we would like to give you a bountiful hand today. Thank you.
Elizabeth Fitzwilliam of Carlisle, your artistry has brought word fame to the Kingdom of An Tir through the exquisitely crafted and embellished garments and gifts borne with pride by the sovereign sable lions as they travel afar. Your crown therefore recognize with gratitude your generosity and genius with a bountiful hand, given this 3rd day of September on a Societatis 57. A joyous noise! Bianca di Baldassarre Saturnio, the crown calls you forward before them.
Hello. Nice to see you again.
In case any of you were wondering, these beautiful site tokens that we got this weekend have Her Majesty's like swinging at me. Have these beautiful sigils, our sigils on them. And she helped make this a reality. And we really appreciate that. All of the other arts and services that you provide are just amazing. We hope that you continue to do this. And with that in mind, we'd like you to hear our words.
On September the 3rd, Etos tis Kinonias 57, it is commanded by Ashoxi and Optimasaris, most royal sovereigns of An Tir, that Bianca di Baldassarre Saturnio be added to the fellowship of the Right Noble Order of the Jean de Leon. Further, let it be recorded that we gift them a grant of arms. In token of this, we have hereto set our hand and affixed our great seal.
Thank you so much. Please
keep farting.
Yes, stop.
For Bianca di Baldassarre Saturnio, 3 cheers, hip hip!
Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Isentrude von Osten, come before their majesties.
If you want to, you can stand, whatever's you're comfortable with.
The word fame of your exuberance and art has reached our ears about you sewing, creating your garb. the wonderfulness that you're bringing to the SCA, and other folks have seen this, and it's infectious. And we would really like you to hear the words about that.
For as much as we, Octomasaurus and Ashoxi, sovereigns of An Tir, have seen the works of Isentrude von Osten to greatly increase the artistry and honor of the land, we wish to reward this our servant, and therefore recognize them with the Griff et de Leon, and with it an award of arms. Additionally, do we commend them to seek out suitable and unique heraldry so that their march may join others of An Tir. For the newest lady of An Tir, 3 cheers. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Ellen Fraser, approach the sable throne.
Oh, you did.
Ellen, you have been very generous with the gifts of art from your hands. You have fixed the wounds in this pillow and made it whole and made it better. It's already pretty awesome. But we would like to thank you for that.
Through works of genius and generosity, has Ellen Fraser exemplified the virtues symbolized by the bountiful hand. Their magnificent majesties wish to recognize Ellen Fraser, whose craftsmanship exemplifies the artistry that magnifies the word fame of the Sable Lions and reflects the pride of our realm. With this award, given this 3rd day of September, AS 53. For Dame Ellen Fraser, a joyous noise.
Is Athelina Gray within earshot? Did they leave? Okay, I think I will give this to their Highnesses Thierry to pass on. It's an inspiration token. Thank you.
Thus ends the court of Ashoxi and Octomasaurus. This concludes the court of An Tir. Long live King Octomasaurus!
Long live King Octomasaurus!
Long live Queen Ashoxi!
Long live Queen Ashoxi!
Long live the Crown Prince and Princess!
Long live Crown Prince and Princess!
Long live Thierry!
Long live Thierry!
Long live Summits!
Long live Summits!
Long live Dragon's Lair!
Long live Dragon's Lair!
Our glorious kingdom, thrice raise her name to the skies!
An Tir! An Tir! An Tir!
Cousins, you have their majesties' leave to depart, and enjoy the evening.
Yeah, they were talking going till dusk. Hour and a half.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.